Xavier, there's been a couple of these plays over the past couple of weeks. You're right there on the sideline. What sort of the finer points have you guys been working on in practice to make sure those are inbounds instead of out?
Right. Man, it's just the communication aspect of it. I'm a young player, first time playing together, so it's just building that chemistry.
How difficult is it to practice those long plays like that when you're trying to get your feet down? It seems like that might be easier on shorter passes.
Right. I mean, you can't replicate it. I mean, it's just something that you got to learn over time. So man, just learning. It's a hard thing to learn in the moment, but I mean, it's all gonna be worth it.
You've been talking to some of the veteran guys on the team about those kind of things. What sort of things are they helping you with?
Man, they're the ones that told me it's gonna come over time. Just learning. I mean, everybody could tell you, but it's different in the heat of the moment.
Xavier, how do those guys approach you about getting to run a Texas Longhorns play in a Chiefs game?
Man, I seen them put it in. They were showing our play at the meeting, so when they showed it at the meeting, I already knew I was gonna run it. So it was just cool just to have that ran.
Did they tell you it was specifically for you since you got had
Yeah, see who could get more yards.
Xavier, during that stretch where you were making a lot of catches, eventually ending with a touchdown, what do you think was going so right for you in that particular drive?
Right. I feel like I'm starting to really get more comfortable, get a better feel for the game, understanding more leverage, more coverage with the game. So I just feel like that's just me showing my growth.
People talk a lot about rookie wall type things. Have you experienced anything this year that's like, oh wow, I feel like I've done more, practiced more, played more than you did when you were in college?
Nah, I love football, so it's just something I enjoy doing. It's not really something that's it doesn't feel like a job. I just love playing the game.
And I see that when your old teammates, Jonathan Brooks, is going to play this week, I guess.
Yeah.
You talked to him. Have you been talking to him throughout the year? And how excited is he to get a chance?
Oh yeah, that's my guy. Man, he had a hell of a college career. He just got unfortunately hurt, so I feel like if we had him on that run in college, it would have probably been different. But just to see him back out there and doing things he's doing, I'm happy for him.
Anything else? Thanks, Xavier.
Thanks.
In the locker room this week, first loss, all that stuff. You guys have been through this enough that it's not that big a deal, I guess. But you feel a different energy this week after having a loss?
Oh, guys are just locked in. Everybody, fierce competitors, and anytime you take a loss, you have a bad taste in your mouth, and you can't wait till the next Sunday or the next opportunity to, erase that and have a new beginning, man. We're just looking to lock in this week, do what we got to do, and then execute.
A point of conversation this week has just been the sack rate last year was a little bit better than this year. What in your opinion, has led to maybe a little bit of a drop-off in that sense?
Man, it's just guys are working their tails off regardless of the sack rate. Even though there's a so-called drop, guys are still working their tails off every single play trying to get there. Teams are getting the ball off fast. Teams respect our rush because, they have a lot of guys in the box blocking us, and, they respect our pressures that we send, blitz. So, sometimes that calls for, having more hats in the, in the trenches to block us or whatever. But, by the end of the year, I'm sure we're going to be right where we want to be. All of our goals are still right in front of us. Nobody's discouraged. We got full belief in our guys and our system. So we're going to be all right.
How much of a luxury is it, as you continue to play with him, for you and George, that Chris is in the middle taking up so much?
It's huge, man. Anytime you got a guy like Chris, he's a dynamic player, game wrecker, and sometimes they got to put 4 hands on him, maybe 6. But anytime they do that create one-on-one matchups. It create opportunities for other guys. So you just got to take advantage of the most of your opportunities, man, and just cash in when you get the chance.
Mike, how much does the preparation change when you go from game planning for a guy like Josh Allen, who's just a big quarterback, to a guy like Bryce Young, who's a little bit slimmer?
Yeah.
Different style.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's different style quarterbacks, different size and stuff, but, we respect both games. Bryce Young is still, up and coming, and we're not going to sleep on him. He's there, and he's the QB1. He was first-round pick, and he's had a lot of success at Alabama. So at any point, he's a gunslinger. So he'll turn it on and, light up the stadium. So we're gonna have to contain him. We respect him, and, we got to hone in.
Mike, You know Josh Uche well. What do you think is the key for him unlocking him a little bit in Kansas City?
Man, just letting him play, man. You know, Josh is a hell of an athlete, man. You know, even on the field, you know, he can play any position, versatile, just like the rest of us on that line. You can put him inside, you can put him outside linebacker. You know, it goes on with him. But he's an incredible football player, man. And you know, I'm excited to have him here and to be working with him these last couple of weeks because you know he's a really smart football player also. So you know, getting knowledge and tips for him helps me in my game, and I'm able to pass it over to him too.
A little surreal sometimes being college teammates and then
Yeah,
being in the pros.
man. Listen, we didn't even think about that while we were there. Like I didn't even think it was going to be a chance we would ever be teammates again. But you know, we're in the same position. We're here, and you know, we're back in the same room. We're grinding together.
Coach mentioned that, I mean, everyone had their eyes on Buffalo, right? You guys played them a bunch. Now it's an NFC team. You haven't had the greatest start. But he said you turn the tape on, you see something more than what the record shows. When you guys have been watching and prepping for the Panthers, what are you seeing on tape from their offense?
Man, they got a good football team. These last couple of weeks, man, they've been rolling. They've been coming out with wins and finding a way to win. You know, that's what they've been doing. And, you know, they can run the ball as well as good as pass the ball. You know, they got a good running back, you know, good tight ends and receivers. And, you know, you just got to respect what they put on the field. You know, all of them guys are dynamic. And, you know, like I said, with Bryce Young leading them, you know, we got to do our assignments, do our jobs, and, you know, find a way to win.
What are the keys against Hubbard, the running back? You know, what's he look like on tape?
Man, he's a great running back, man. You know, he runs through contact. He's able to make a cut and get out of there. But, you know, we just got to contain him, man. You know, not allow any big runs, any big plays. But, like I said, hell of respect to him. And, you know, like I said, he can light up the scoreboard, man. You know, he can rush and, you know, he can do what he got to do. But, you know, we just got to contain him, do our jobs, you know, do our assignments, and hone in on the details.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.